Kids Live today. I'm just getting set up here. Give me a thumbs up if you like my goggles right here. The gloves, the goggles. I was trying to find a science cloak as well, but all I could find was my robe, so that wouldn't have been as fun right there. Good morning, Mia. Good morning, Cece. Hello. Hey, Alicia. Good morning. Hey, Miss Janelle. Good to see you all this morning. Happy spring break for all of our locals around here. Officially spring break. Good morning, Alyssa right here. Hey guys. Hello. Yay. Oh, thank you. Yes, the hairdo, the goggles. It's a look. It's a real look right here. We are getting started in just a few minutes. Hey, if you guys can do us a favor for Valley Kids, at the very bottom of your screen, there's a share button. If you could just share that you're watching this, that way other people can join in. We just want to do good things here, share great things, great messages, so that will help us do that. We would really love that if you can do that for us. Hey, put in the comments, what have you guys been doing? Like any fun plans for spring break? Anything a little bit extra that you're planning? Hello, do not want to knock over you. That would be a bad thing. In case you guys didn't catch this yesterday when we promoted our Valley Kids Live for today, we are not asking you to join along quite yet. Parents, if you watch this experiment with your kids and you guys want to try it at home, we're going to link the replay on our YouTube. Our YouTube channel is CCV Valley Kids, and we're going to give you instructions on what to do. But there's a couple elements today in what we're using that we just want to make sure parents get a look at first. So don't forget to catch the replay of this on YouTube. So that way, if you really love it, you can get all of the information about what we used and what we're telling you. So that way you can do it at home with parent supervision. Not along with me, kids. Parent supervision. Excellent. It's 10:02. We're going to start in just a few minutes. We're giving people time to get on here, but we just wanted to say hi. Virtual field trips. That is so much fun. That's a great idea. I saw Disney posted a couple of like their roller coaster rides. I think the Leong family might have shared that with us. We've been watching the zoo. I'm not sure if you guys know Elmwood Zoo and Philadelphia Zoo. They do live streams, I think Monday through Friday at 11 as well as 2 p.m. So that's been super fun as well. Hello, Miss Lauren. So good to see you all. Yay, Leon's, you got that shout out right there. Leong family, I'm going to see if you guys put this one on your TikTok right there. Last time you guys did an experiment, you put it on TikTok. By the way, Leongs, you are super cool to have a TikTok. We were inspired. We now have a TikTok. If you don't know what TikTok is, that's okay. But if you have one, you can follow us at CCV Valley Kids, and we'll be putting some fun things up there as well, for sure. Today we're doing an experiment that talks about an Easter message. So this one is super timely, really good for us to be talking about the importance of the season, and we love that for sure. By the way, speaking of Easter, who's excited for some Easter candy? Does anybody have a favorite Easter candy, something you love out there? Go ahead, put it in the comments if there's a certain candy that you love. I have one, jelly beans, but not just any type of jelly beans. I'm talking Starburst jelly beans. Do I have any hearts or thumbs up right there for the Starburst flavored jelly beans? That is my favorite. If I could get that only in my Easter basket, that would be perfect right there. So you guys can go ahead, drop your favorite Easter candy in there as well. I'm actually, don't be sad, the goggles and the gloves were a little bit for show. Not that they're not important when we do science experiments. We should definitely make sure to be doing those things, but this is kind of a more serious message today, so I want to make sure that we're getting a little heart to heart. We can really see eyeball to eyeball here on this super cool but super important message. So we are going to get started. Good morning, friends and family. Today on Valley Kids Live, we are talking about Talk About It Thursday, and we thought with Easter coming up, it would be really important to talk about a pretty hard question. Why did Jesus have to die? You see, if you're paying attention to the calendar, Christians know that tomorrow is called Good Friday. And Good Friday is the day that we recognize when Jesus was hung on the cross and he died. And then 3 days later, we celebrate Easter morning and the resurrection, which means that Jesus came back to life. But why did Jesus have to die? I mean, he's God after all, right? If he wanted to make our life as a way for us to get to him and spend forever with him in heaven, couldn't he have just done that? Why did he have to do something so sad, such as die? Let's talk about it, because this is really important for our holiday. So, why did Jesus have to die? It's a question that we've all asked. And today, I want to explain it to you in a way that I hope you can understand through a visual. So, this is Jesus. Now, Jesus came to earth to pay the punishment for sin. Any sin that I have done, that you have done, or any sin that any of us will ever do. That's why he came. Now, this is you. See here? You look pretty good. You're nice, you're clean, you're just the way you were meant to be. You are so good, I could just drink you up. But we have all done things in our life where we probably shouldn't have done that. We have all sinned in our life. We've all sinned in different ways. And here's the problem with sin. The problem with sin is that when we sin and when we bring sin into our life, it changes us. You see, when we bring sin into our life, it changes who we are. And all of a sudden, when we were pure and clear, well, now there are elements inside of us that just shouldn't be. Maybe it's a bad attitude, or maybe we find that we're yelling at our parents more. Maybe we find that we're okay with cheating or lying, or we just can't understand why we keep hurting people or even ourselves. Whatever it may be, this is not the way that God intended us to live our life. You see, God saw this happening with the sin and the you thing, and he said, no way, there is a better way. This is not the way I made it. So God came up with a rescue plan, and that rescue plan is Jesus. Now Jesus was perfect. Jesus came and lived a perfect life. He was without sin. The question is, what would happen if Jesus took our sin, all of our sin, the sin of the whole world, and put it in himself, taking punishment for sin? So, Jesus went to the cross and he took our sin. Jesus took all that sin and put it in himself. You see, that's the thing about Jesus. Jesus took our sin to the grave, but then he left it there. He left the sin in the grave when he died on Good Friday, and when he came back to life, when he resurrected 3 days later, well, he came back with new life for all of us. And look, he was still pure and perfect and blameless and everything that we needed. So that you, with all of our sin and all of us inside of us, we have the ability to say yes to Jesus, and well, we don't need sin anymore because sin has been defeated by the power of the cross and what Jesus did in the resurrection. And so, when you say yes to Jesus and you ask him to fill you with his power, well, it changes everything. You see, Jesus brings freedom. We couldn't have done this on our own. We couldn't have gotten rid of sin or even tried to make ourselves back to the way that God intended us to be. Only Jesus can do that. Because only Jesus is the only God that has died and risen again to not only defeat sin, but to give us freedom, to help us live our life the way God intended us to be. And that's why Jesus had to die. So, pretty cool, right? Any hearts, stars? I think I saw a couple of thumbs up. I loved doing this experiment. And this is a super cool way to show others how and why Jesus had to die and why the power of his resurrection is so, so important. And what better of a time than to share that with friends and family than around Easter? So, as always, here's our challenge for you. 2 options. 1, if you really liked this video, we're gonna upload it to our YouTube and you can watch the replay of this whole experiment, and we'll put in the details of the notes the types of chemicals that we use. I say chemicals because parents, you do want to be around for the supervision of this if you're going to choose to do it at home. Make sure that you are please being safe. But if you just want to re-watch it and invite other people to watch it too, to share this good news, that's one way we're going to challenge you to do that. Share it with a friend, tell somebody on FaceTime or a Zoom meeting about what happened, and then direct them to our YouTube and show them how you got there. Or if you want to try it yourself with your parents' supervision, then you can hop on our YouTube channel. Like we said, we'll give you the details of what we used. And then if you do it, tag us on that experiment or like put a video on Facebook or Instagram at CCV Valley Kids. And we want to share that because guys, this is the best news that we will ever be able to share. Not only now, but forever. And we want to be able to do that. So, we had so much fun hanging out with you guys today on Talk About It Thursday. Make sure to keep tuning in. Tomorrow is our Mystery Friday. We have our featured Friday guest. And really, I'm going to be honest, it's still a mystery to me. So you got to tune in to see who jumps on here live. And we cannot wait to hang out with you this weekend. We have 10 services happening for our main service. Check us out at CCV Philadelphia. And for kids only, we're going to make sure that you guys have your very own kid-friendly, great lesson. Check us out. You can look at it on our YouTube channel, find out more information on our CCV Valley Kids Instagram, or as always, find out more information at CCV Live as well. Guys, this was so much fun. Now I got to put the goggles back on because we were having a good old time right there. Make sure you guys share. Make sure you guys join us. Can't wait to see your experiment or your replay. We'll see you around. We love you all. Have a great Thursday and have a great Good Friday and Happy Easter.